Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Estância São Carlos here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, Waddy. It is wonderful to be able to tell you that we have completed the ploughing gig. The ploughing contract is complete, we have been paid. It's nice to see some money sitting in the account again, ladies and gents. And, ladies and gents, straight away we've been offered the chance to come back onto this field and do a sowing contract for oat. 75 grand. 75 grand in what is potentially two and a bit days. Do that whole field? It's a risk. It's a risk to take that job on, especially given the fact that our cedar is not the biggest cedar in the world, is it? But it's the only contract that is really tempting me at the minute. Harvest contracts are something I'm not really looking at, because obviously we don't have the equipment to be able to do it. I don't really want to take on another ploughing contract this close to the end of the month, because of fears that it might not complete in time. But at the same time, ladies and gents, with a 3-meter cedar, how long is it going to take to do that sowing contract if we was to do it? If I was to do that, how long is it going to take me? Let's have a look. Estimated time 4 hours and 7. That's based on the fact that it wants us to use that equipment. Going to use 12,900, at least 12,979 litres of seed. The material cost is going to be nearly 12 grand. Which leaves us, what, about 63. We'd make about 63 off of that. I mean, I have got 2,500 litres there. It's just a case of, is that cedar big enough? And then, I apologise if you can hear the dog scratching at the door trying to get in the room, but he's not coming in because he's a pain in the arse. Yeah. And we don't have a tractor big enough at the minute, or capable pulling any of this stuff. Planter wise, have we got anything? Some of this little stuff. That's what, 4.5 meters. But it ain't gonna do oat, is it? It's a tough one. It's tough to decide what to do next. The alternative for me is to actually just wait and see what happens come October. Because I mean, it's a nice job, but I mean, I can't actually borrow his equipment. That's the problem. Because I've not done enough jobs yet. I need to complete one more job. Yeah, so it won't let me borrow his machinery and reduce. I mean, that's going to cost me 12 grand. Borrow his stuff, so that makes that, and then I've got to buy the seed at 12 grand. So you're looking at 24 grand off of that contract offer. Suddenly, you're only getting paid 50 grand for doing that job. Jobs completed, none. Jobs completed, 3. Can I do... I could probably borrow his equipment to do that job. That's going to take 5 hours and 42 minutes. Jobs completed, 1. Jobs completed, none. Jobs completed, none. Jobs completed, none. So, like, I can't do any of the harvesting contract. I think what I'm going to do, ladies and gents, is I'm just going to chill out. We've made a decent wage. I mean, we can have a quick look at second-hand equipment. See if there's anything out here that catches my attention. Bikini. Nice. Oh, that would be very, very nice to have. Swaffer. A swaffer. Now we could technically, I believe we can harvest with that, can't we? Where's it going to be? Is it going to be under mowers? I think it is. Mowers cut grass, so that's a grass cutter. That does swathing of crops. And then that does hay, that does cuts grass and turns it into hay, doesn't it? But yeah, that's a 9.2 meter wide grass mower. And then that does swathing. Sure it does. Have a look. Because the swath add-on was updated yesterday, and I've updated it this morning just before I started loading and playing this game. And I'm just wondering, I've not tried it yet. But I think the swath add-on makes it possible for you to do swathing on maps. That don't support that haven't been set up and made for and designed for the swathing mod. Basically, swathing mod, unlike normal combine harvesting, where the combine harvester goes along, cuts the crop, separates the rubbish and the grain, and keeps the grain in the tank, and then obviously unloads it into a trailer when it gets full. With the swathing pack, it cuts the crop, but leaves all the crop, all the grain and stuff, and all the crap in a swath on the field, and then you have to go along with another machine and pick that up. But you are supposed to get a yield bonus for doing that. So again, it's something I need to look into a little bit further and have a bit of a play around with. But what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to fast forward time now. I can't sleep because I don't have a sleep trigger on the map because I don't own a house. Again, that's something I need to have perhaps a look at. Pools. Farmhouses. Do we have a sleep trigger? I do have a motorhome. I could totally Walter White it and get a motorhome. Set up for myself. Set it up over here. Hey Jesse, let's cook. I could spend $7 grand on a motor. At least then I'd have a proper sleep trigger. I'd also have somewhere I could change my wardrobe and things. So that's a possibility. Maybe. We'll wait and see. But like I say, I'm going to fast forward time, get to October, and then we'll see what jobs are here in October. So I'll see you in a moment, people. Okay, ladies and gents, we are back. It is October. Right. Let's have a look then. What is the contract situation like? There's some harvesting contracts. Canola, corn, wheat. There's a lot of ploughing contracts available. One for 96 grand. You might want to start that one. And then there's a couple of weeding contracts as well, but they're not paying a lot. Remove the weeds using a weeder. I mean, we could technically do those. Field 5, field 23. Get those queued up. I mean, I have to buy the weeder, but that's not a problem. And then we will obviously do field 20, ploughing, for 90 grand. Need to go set the plough up on that job first of all, then come back and grab ourselves a weeder. Right, let's have a look. Field 20, it's the big field here of cotton that they didn't harvest and have instead let go to withering. Okay, that seems... So after all that trouble I went to fertilising the bloody thing, they've now decided they've let the crop ruin. It baffles me, that does. That very frequently baffles me as a player of Farm Sim as to why farmers would do that. Why would they let a crop go to waste rather than just harvest it? You've gone to all that trouble. You've paid me to come and fertilise it. So why would you not then harvest it and at least try and make some money? I mean, I can understand it if, you know, farms go out of business and things like that. I mean, that's a very real situation, but... oh, it just, like I say, it just confuses me so much. It really does. No, it's got to be on the field. I'm going to do 12 headlands this time. You know what? I'm almost tempted to say start work on the head. See what happens. Like I say, we've got a full month, so, you know, full month for our lovely helper here to come round and do this field is not a problem at all. Full 5 days, he can just drive, and obviously we'll make sure he's got fuel when he needs fuel. And then I will go off and start doing some weeding jobs instead. Right, first waypoint. Off you go. He can take care of that problem. Right. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. You're going to be seeing a lot of this field as you work your way around it. Hopefully you're not going to run into any problems with trees on the little islandy bit, but you never know. You never know. Right. We will instead come over here now. We can drop off the cedar because we're not going to be needing that. But we are going to need to go grab ourselves a weeder from the store because we have those weeding contracts to do. And it is a weeder, not a hoe, that we need. So mechanical weeders, 60 horsepower, 140 horsepower, 90 horsepower, 170 horsepower, 150 horsepower. I think I can use that one. Let's get it in John Deere green. With the rim colour obviously being John Deere. The springs can probably be John Deere yellow. And the accessories can probably be John Deere. Right, we'll take one of them. For 43 grand. So we've just bought equipment to do jobs that don't actually pay for the equipment. That's great economy, that is. That's brilliant mathematics there, Watty. You've spent 43 grand on a piece of equipment to do a job that's going to pay you, what, 4 grand? 6 grand and 14 grand. So, yeah, we could do with some more weeding contracts then to pay for the weeder. We'll head up to field 5 anyway. So dude obviously got this field planted very quickly after we did the whole ploughing. The whole ploughing setup. We got that done very quick. Oh, Let's lower that down. Great thing about this the weeders as well, is they tend to strip the grass from around the edge of the field. So when you go down round doing your headland, like I'm doing now, you can actually create a bit of a break between the fields and the grassy bit. I mean, the grass will regrow, don't get me wrong, the grass does regrow. And I know for some players absolutely hated it when Giants made this change to the game, where weeders remove and reset grass growth when you use them. But actually, it could be quite useful just to create a bit of a visual gap between the edge of the field and where the wild begins, where the wild and nature begins. There's a couple, I must admit though, there are a couple of strange decisions in Farming Simulator that have been done by Giants in recent years. It's like the whole business with cultivators. Why do cultivators apply fertilizer if you are dragging them around off the edge of the field? I don't get that bit. That bit confused. Where does the fertilizer come from in a cultivator? But yeah, we'll do some weeding. Earn some money. Like I say, the poor old guy doing the ploughing job, he's probably not going to thank me. He's going to be spending a week on that field. He is. Like I say, I would have liked to have got into into the harvesting side of things and that, but the harvesting jobs just are not paying. They're not offering me money. And I'm just like, to invest in a combine harvester for myself at this moment, for my own business, my own contracting firm, that is a heck of a lot of money. So I would need contracts appearing that are offering me a lot more than, you know, 20 grand, 15 grand, 19 grand. I would need double that to use my own equipment. I would need double that for every single job. I don't know why the harvesting contracts are so poor paying. I really don't. The potato one disappeared, I noticed. I noticed that one didn't stick around. They must have done that themselves by the end of the month. They got no takers. Nobody came looking for that job. Nobody came looking for a potato picking contract. So the farmer obviously ended up having to do that one themselves. Or the field has been left to wither. I mean, that's the other potential, isn't it, of the situation. Again, we can check, maybe. Potatoes, dark brown. There's quite a lot of potato fields. But that's the only withered field on the map. So you've got 2 fields there that need tops removing. So maybe they did it. Maybe they did it. Maybe they did the potato harvest themselves. Or maybe they're in the process of doing it themselves now. Which is why that contract has gone. But yeah, I will get on with weeding, because like I say, weeding, I mean, obviously spraying is preferred a lot of the time. It is, but weeding can also pay. I mean, at the end of the day, once you've bought the weeder, you don't have any other expense. You're not having to buy herbicide and chemicals and weed killer and stuff. So you don't have that ongoing cost all the time. I guess we'd see how it goes. Like I say, depends how many weeding contracts turn up on the map, isn't it? If there's a lot of weeding contracts that come along and we get to do a lot of them, then obviously it can be a quite lucrative, profitable little job. But if they're only paying £4 grand, £6 grand, then it's going to be a while before we even pay for the equipment. I'd have been better off buying another plough, I think. At this moment in time, it looks like on this map, I'd be better off buying another plough and another tractor, and just doing and just becoming a professional plougher. Because the ploughing contracts are where the money's at. Ploughing contracts is where you're getting paid. We get lots of lovely money for this. I also need to try and record some Football Manager as well this weekend, I've just realised, because I need to get my I need to get to a point in my recording where I can actually start thinking about maybe doing a live stream next week and being able to use some Football Manager in my kick content, which would be great. Might choose to do a bit of GPS actually. It might help me. It might help me to do GPS. Because at least then I've got a row counter and I know I'm on row -6 currently. Because it is a little bit hard to see where the weeds actually are on this field. I don't know if there's actually any sprouting yet, or whether they're in the process of sprouting. And the guy's really getting me to try and tackle the weeds before they've actually, like, really actually emerged on the field. That's a lot harder. Normally, I prefer to actually see what I'm removing. And actually be able to visually see that I'm actually having an effect on the field. kind of why I like using the hoe in my Let's Plays and stuff, because that lets you remove weeds that are a little bit larger and have had a little bit more growth time. And then you can definitely see visually where you've been, where you've not been. So it lets you keep track of things. So we're on -5 now. But of course, we can always come into the map screen and keep an eye on things. So if we come up over here and look at soil composition and obviously look at weeds, then we can see we're currently over here. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going for a bit. I'm probably going to work the rest all the way to the end of this field off camera. And then when I come back to start working this way, I might bring you guys back. I might wait until I finish this field completely. And then we'll go tackle the other field and then bring you guys back for that one. It's a case of me trying to justify how long I want to spend in between recording videos, whilst at the same time I don't want to just record videos where I'm doing the same thing for 30-40 minutes, because that's going to be pretty boring for people to watch. However, I do like to do everything as much as possible on camera, so no one can ever accuse me of doing any fiddling or cheating or anything like that. So for people who wonder why I don't do time lapses and things like that in my videos typically, and stuff like that, is because I don't like to fiddle things. I like people to see exactly what we're doing and how we are making the progress in each save, in each Let's Play. And like I say, these aren't quick Let's Plays. We're not here for quickness. We're not here for speed. These are just these are long journeys that we go on in this. I go on in this game. Long Let's Plays, 100 episode series. So it's not about quickness. It's not about doing things. It's not about jumping 6 months down the road. You know, we're here to enjoy things. Every step, every little step we make, we're here for it and to enjoy it. And I appreciate the people that just like putting these videos on in the background whilst they're playing their own games, doing their own things. You know, that's what these videos are for. These videos are for you guys, okay? That just like to have something to accompany you whilst you're doing your own farming or your own game play or whatever, you know. So yeah, I don't do a lot of time jumping, a lot of time skipping. I really like to try and keep everything on camera as much as possible, but I do appreciate the fact that obviously this field is going to take quite a bit of time to do with the weeder. And I appreciate the fact that the plough is also going to take a very long time to do what it's doing. But we will get there, ladies and gents. So, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you again in a couple of days' time here on Estância São Carlos. But for now, from me, Sawmill, to all of you fellow virtual farmers out there, goodbye. Cheerio. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Goodbye.